Action research is a particular way of carrying out research which has this notion of praxis at the centre of it. A very basic action research cycle is shown on this screen, and if we consider that to begin with we might reflect on where we are, reflect on our practice, reflect on the work that we're doing with a particular group of people, and through that reflection may decide that actually the practice that we're carrying out could in some way be improved. With that in mind, that gives us a focus for trying to improve, and as such gives us also a basis to begin to plan for that improvement. And it's here in a normal action research cycle that we may spend some of our time going back to theory to consider how theory might help us in deciding what kind of action we want to carry out. Having planned an action, we then act, and then having acted, we observe that action to decide whether it's given us the outcome that we hoped for, an improvement in what we do. And through that observation, then going back to the reflection on the observation and the action to decide again where we might go next. So we end up with this simple cycle of planning, acting, observing and reflecting, and as such allows us to infuse theory into our practical work. Very simply, participatory action research is just a form of action research where, rather than perhaps a teacher or an educator in an informal context working by themselves or as a very small group, they actually involve all the participants within the setting. So if, for example, we're working with a group of young people, then rather than deciding on the changes by ourselves and affecting those on the children or on the youths, what we actually do is we involve them within the discussion itself so that they become active agents in the change that they're going through. So as a result, participatory action research is actually a very democratic process, and is a process whereby all of the people involved within a context begin to explore the ideas and develop the actions together, so that everybody has shared responsibility. Obviously it involves theorizing about practice, both theorizing from the basis of experience but also theoretical insights perhaps from research. And the obviously most important element really is that ultimately it is hoped that the group begins to learn from the consequences of change, and as such can go forward as a group in making their own situation better.